Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2 for potentially the final episode of the season. And it's crazy. We could have automatic promotion, but we could have playoffs still. It's going to go either way today's episode. We're in a good position. Hopefully we capitalise on it. So we've played the two games that we had to play in between episodes. And today we have got Newcastle and Charlton coming up. Newcastle, who are just below us in the table still. Oh, it's so close. It's so tight. Let's show you through what's happened since you were last here. So you were last here for the 3-1 win over Lincoln, and then perhaps the worst possible result against Portsmouth. We went 2-0 up against Portsmouth. A win in that game would have secured us playoffs and put us in a fantastic position for securing automatic promotion. But no, after we went 2-0 up, Portsmouth came back and beat us 3-2. So that put us in an unlucky situation, really. But since then, we've done what we needed to do. Millwall up first, a 2-0 win there with Pomeroy and Rendell getting the goals in that game to make sure we picked up 3 points. And then another massive 2-0 win, this time Pomeroy with a brace away from home against Norwich. So that was really, really important. Newcastle, of course, we're playing today. They're in third. We're still in the second, obviously, because our 2 wins. Newcastle are still in third. They had to play Leeds United, though, who are top of the table. So this is how... Swansea, sorry, not Leeds United. They had to play Swansea. And they lost to Swansea, which was massive. Swansea doing us a massive, massive favour there in our bid for automatic promotion. Whereas Ipswich, they beat Ipswich 2-0. Fair enough. But it gave us an advantage. That game against Swansea gave us a massive advantage. So if we go to the table, you can see that Swansea are already promoted. They're on 87 points. Potentially, we could overtake them today if they lose both their games, but I doubt they're going to do that. We sit in second on 84 points, which is very, very nice. And Newcastle sit one place below us, but crucially on 80 points. They're on 4 points. They're 4 points below us. Now, I said last episode that I reckon Newcastle will probably go on to beat us. And even if they do beat us now, we will still stay second in the table. And then we're at the mercy of Charlton, who are trying to save themselves from relegation. So it's going to be a very tight, difficult episode today. I am nervous, excited. I can't quite believe we're in this position. I don't think we really should be in this position, but we are. It's crazy. Hopefully, come the end of the episode, we're going to be celebrating an automatic promotion. At the worst, of course, we're already qualified for playoffs, so if we have to go through playoffs, we'll do that tomorrow. But I think, as things stand, if we throw away a 4-point lead with 2 games to go, I mean, we deserve not to be automatically promoted, do we? So that's the situation. That's how it's looking at the moment. Pomeroy and Rendell both on 19 goals this season. They've been overtaken by Anthony Farley from Middlesbrough. He looks like he's going to secure the top goal scoring record this season. Although Middlesbrough down in 20th, he looks like he's a player worth scouting out, if I'm honest with you. Because if he's scoring that many goals for a team that are that low down the table, he's probably worth signing. So as I say, Newcastle game is up first. It's a massive, massive one for us. It's on TV as well. That's why it's been moved to a day early on the Friday. I think it's been moved for the TV stuff. So obviously it's going to settle. Maybe we get automatically promoted to the Premier League, which is absolutely ridiculous. So the lineup today is McClement in goal, and this is because Fairweather picked up an injury in training at some point, so he's out for the rest of the season. So we won't see Fairweather today. McClement is going to see the season out for us. Turiak is starting at left back today because Javon Fletcher is very tired after recent fixture. So Javon Fletcher having a rest. Turiak coming on with the back line of Taverny, Reeves, and Watts there as well. Donker in that CDM position with Tyrode, Frenny and Frith in the middle. Tyrode Frenny's played very well, but Jamie Brown is getting back to fitness, so he might play the last game of the season. You never know, but Tyrode Frenny is our play. He's done very, very well at the end of the season, so I think actually we may as well just see him out for the rest of the season now. Rendell, of course, absolutely incredibly still playing very, very well on 21 goals total this season in all competitions, that is. He plays on the left, Langley starting out on the right, and Michael Pomeroy is starting up front as Lee Phillip is nearly back from his injury, but he's not going to play, I don't think, in today's episode. He's going to miss the rest of the season, as we said he was going to do last time out when he picked up that injury. So unfortunate for Lee Phillip's season to end so prematurely, but hopefully that's done a bit of damage to his value, and maybe we can try and sign him permanently next season if we get a big budget from being in the Premier League. And this is it then. This is it. The kickoff is upon us as we take on Newcastle United. Win or draw here today, we will go up to the Premier League automatically. If we lose, we've got it all to do against Charlton, which is scary. But we've got a corner very early on as Pomeroy puts it over the bar. Okay, good start to the game. I can't quite believe we are in this position. We are an episode away from perhaps being promoted to the Premier League, which is, quite frankly, ridiculous how we've got to this position. The Championship, I don't know, we just seem to take to it like a duck to water. Obviously, this is our third season of the Championship now. We had 2 seasons where we only just missed out on playoffs. We haven't had our struggle season in the Championship, which I found very surprising. I think most other divisions, we have had a struggle season. So, I mean, we had 1 or 2 back-to-back promotions, haven't we? But most seasons, we seem to have a struggle season before we start to go up. But this time round, the Championship, the struggle has been just about getting into the playoffs. We've missed out twice. And now this season, we're definitely in the playoffs. And as things stand at the moment, which is ridiculous to say, we are going to be promoted to the Premier League if we stay 0-0. So that's very good. The ball forward's not the best, but Pomeroy putting the pressure on. Can he win it from the goalkeeper here? He does. He puts it in the back of the net for his 22nd of the season. And Michael Pomeroy has given us the chance to go to the Premier League. The Newcastle keeper is going to be kicking himself because all they have to do is beat us today. And really, they have got the quality to do that. They've got such a good side. But the keeper here, I don't know what he was doing. Pomeroy puts it in the back of the net. And we are one step closer to... What a front roll that was as well, by the way. What a front roll. Highlight straight from kickoff. Hopefully it's going to be for us, but Newcastle obviously trying to get back into this now that they've gone a goal down already in today's game. They're not going to be happy with that, especially this close to half-time as well. They are coming forward, though, and Turiak gets a clearance in. Pomeroy wins the ball. Come on, lads, let's get them on the counter-attack. If we can go 2 goals up before half-time, that would be mental. Langley into Pomeroy. Pomeroy coming forward to Road Fenny now. Into Frith. The counter-attack slowed down a little bit as Newcastle have got men back now. But Watts now on the ball. Into Frith. We've got space. Frith into Road Fenny. Road Fenny from distance. Saved by the goalkeeper. But this is exciting. We are dominating Newcastle, by the way, looking at the stats. 8 shots to 1 shot. We are dominating them at the moment. And as it stands at the moment, we're level on points with Swansea. So hopefully they lose their game. And then it all goes down to the final game of the season for who is going to get promoted. If we do finish on level points, they'll go and win the league anyway because their goal difference is massively superior to ours. But as things stand, we'll be 7 points clear of Newcastle with 1 game to play. And that means promotion. And I'm very scared of Newcastle coming forward now. They do look a bit more dangerous since we've scored our goal. They seem to be switching on a little bit more of their attacking plays, but still only had the 1 shot in today's game. And we've made the tackle there. Pomeroy can't quite get onto it. He's going to pass it back to the goalkeeper. Is the goalkeeper going to mess it up once again? Pomeroy is... Oh my God, the goalkeeper's messed it up again. And Michael Pomeroy has got his 23rd of the season, putting us 2-0 up. The goalkeeper today, the goalkeeper has had a mare. I don't think we've seen this, I want to say at all, not just this season, but in the entire Lincoln Loco series. I don't think we've seen this happen. And yet, here we are, 2-0 up, courtesy of their goalkeeper being on a 4.7 rating. You love to see it. I honestly thought we were probably going to get pummeled by Newcastle today. I did think we were going to lose it because we haven't been brilliant against teams around us. We've lost to Swansea, I know that. We've lost to Cardiff, we've lost to West Brom, we lost to Portsmouth, obviously. We've not been brilliant against teams around us in the table. We've done very well against teams lower down as Newcastle just about clear that. Pomeroy looking for his hat-trick there, nearly getting it, hitting the post. Somehow, we don't have a sellout here today. All right, what's this about? Or do we have a sellout? Oh, we do have a sellout. I thought we had a stadium capacity of 5,400, which we don't. Oh, obviously, if we get promoted, as far as I'm aware, we should have a brand new stadium coming. Because, obviously... Our stadium is 5,000. I know the expansion capacity is 10,000, but the Premier League requirements are 12,000 or 12,500. So we should, after this, if we get promoted, have confirmation of a new stadium being built or something like that. That is, as far as I'm aware, that should be the case. And it might be named after me this time. And if it's named after me, that's it. Life over, complete. I'm done. Pomeroy, looking for his hat-trick, doesn't get it. Langley, can't get the 3rd. I am so excited right now. We are marching towards the Premier League. There's half an hour left in today's game. Half an hour left. And we could be in the Premier League. Oh, this is so exciting. All right. Langley on the ball. I did not expect it to go this well. I thought it would go right down to the wire. I thought we'd lose this game. And I thought we'd have a tough one against Charlton as they try and rescue themselves from relegation. I thought it was going to be a very close, tight episode. But at the moment... Thanks to their goalkeeper just being an absolute wazzock, he has gifted us 2 goals. Oh, this is so good. Lincoln United in the Premier League. Lincoln United in the Premier League. This is absolutely crazy. Are we going to the promised land? It looks like it right now as a cross in. Pomeroy, Rendell, back of the net, 3-0 with 20 minutes to go. Lincoln United are promoted. I'm saying that. I'm saying it now. There's no way we're letting Newcastle score 4 goals in the next 20 minutes. I'm not having it. They're not scoring 4 goals. This is, wow, what an episode, what a game, what a player Rendell is as well, by the way. What a player he is. I'm going to do everything possible to get Rendell back next season, and Pomeroy and Lee Phillip. I want those three back, either on loan or permanently. I feel like such an idiot right now for not having like future fee deals in their loan contracts. Because obviously when you sign players on loan, you can say, after this year, we'll sign him. We'll have an option to sign him for like £1 million, for example. We should have done that because we're going to have to pay so much more money now as Frith gets the 4th for Lincoln United. This is it. We are promoted to the Premier League. I'm not having it. They're not scoring 5 goals in 10 minutes. Oh, I can't actually believe it. How we have really blossomed at the right time here, because I thought this game was going to be so hard, but Pomeroy just setting up Frith. There's no defenders around him. It was way too easy for us. And Jack Frith with his 5th of the season, assisted by Pomeroy. Lincoln United 4, Newcastle United 0, in front of a sellout crowd here. We're going to the Premier League. We're going to the Premier League. This is, I did not expect us to do so well today against Newcastle. I'm so happy. So happy. And are we going to get a 5th now? As the ball forward isn't a good one, actually. It's Newcastle looking for a consolation goal. Let's keep a clean sheet, lads. Let's not give up right now. Don't let them score. They have got one back, but we're still 4-1 up. We're still winning by 3 goals, and there's 3 minutes left in today's game. I'm refusing to believe this is going to be another Valencia debacle. If you know what the Valencia debacle is, you're a true fan of the channel. If you don't know what the Valencia debacle is, basically, Spanish Cup final, we're Real Oviedo. We're playing against Valencia. I think we were 3-1 or 4. I think we were 3-1 up, I think, in the 90th minute. Finished the game off losing 4-3. So that's how bad that was. 90th minute, we were 2 goals up and then lose it by a goal. That was ridiculous. All within the 90th minute. But with 20 seconds on the clock, they're not scoring 3-4 goals in this. Tarode Fenny into Donkey. Just hold on to the ball. Get it to the corner flag. Do what you want. Lincoln United are about to be promoted to the Premier League. It's all over. We're in the promised land, boys. The Premier League. Lincoln United. We are going there. It's not gone down to the final game of the season I thought it was going to. We're there. 7 points clear of Newcastle with 1 game to go. I can't believe this. Lincoln United promoted to the Premier League. Right, the board have set initial budgets. How much money are they going to give us? Okay, what the hell? Okay, a wage budget of 350k per week. Our current wage budget is only 90k per week. And a transfer budget of 33 million. Now, obviously, this is all done in hindsight of the big TV money coming in. Obviously, we don't have 33 million in the bank and we don't have that much to spend on wages per week. But when we get to the Premier League, I think we get 100 million for just competing. So that's good. We've got a big budget to spend now. That is exciting, which might mean we could actually sign Rendell, Pomeroy and Lee Phillip permanently. I think I will try and sign them on loan first and put like a future fee in, because I'd rather get them on loan and get other players bought in maybe, but that's a big budget. Superb season for United, who despite a poor run between January and February sank as low as 4th. I mean, that's pretty low, isn't it? Consistently performed above expectations and were able to clinch a most unlikely promotion. I do agree, it was pretty unlikely. We rejoice in the success of promotion, which is fantastic. Board praised the promotion, unbelievable. Javon Fletcher praises me, thank you lad. Bauman is saying Rendell looks tired, could do with the rest. And Pomeroy is on form with his 2 goals and 2 assists in that game. What a performance. Let's praise him for that one. You were superb in front of goal last time. Keep it up. What a player. What a team. What a series. So now then, we've got 9 days off, actually, until the Charlton game, who are sitting 23rd, but we're not really fussed about that now, if I'm honest with you. Like, we're promoted. Obviously, Swansea still got to play their 45th game of the season at some point soon. I'm not quite sure. I'm just playing this weekend. Who are they playing, Swansea? They're playing Lincoln City, who are 24th. So, Lincoln City, please do us a favour. Please do us a favour. If you beat Swansea when it goes right down to the final day of the season, where potentially we could win. If Swansea beat Lincoln today, I think that's Swansea guaranteed for the title, because they've got a much better goal difference than us. So they could lose their final game of the season like 4-0, and we could win it ours 4-0, but quite unlikely that will happen. But if Lincoln win today, then that gives us a hand, although Swansea have won it 7-0, so we're not taking over Swansea in the league. Even if they lose, it has to be an 11-goal swing. So, I mean, fair play. Swansea champions will take second place, definitely. That's fine by me. We're not going to score 11 goals. They're not going to lose their game, are they? So we'll take that. We'll take second place. So Pomeroy claims the April Player of the Month. There's 7 goals in 6 appearances this month. Rendell comes second, which is pretty good. And Pomeroy acknowledges the Lincoln United effect, apparently, which is pretty good. And then in the Young Player of the Month, Jason Rendell wins that one, which is pretty good. And he also acknowledges the Lincoln United effects. Cheers, lads. Right then, final game of the season against Charlton. Nothing really to play for in this one on the grounds that, well, quite frankly, we can't get first because of the goal difference. And, of course, we're already promoted in second. So we'll stick with the same lineup, basically. I'm not bothering to change it or anything like that. If anything, I wouldn't mind losing it, actually, because Charlton, I don't know if they've still got a chance of survival, actually. Charlton, they do have a chance of survival. I think if Preston lose their game, Forest lose and Charlton win, they'll stay up. So, I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to losing it. However, at the same time, we do want to win it as well. Winning it would be quite nice as well. Langley's free kick in the back of a net. So, I mean, fair play. Charlton probably not going to win this one. Hopefully they don't, actually. Why am I saying I want to lose it? That should have been a penalty. That's right on the edge. Imagine that being a penalty. It doesn't matter. It went in the back of a net, actually, because it doesn't matter at all, does it? It went in the back of a net. Watts has picked up an early injury, though. So Watts is a Premier League player now, isn't he? Watts is a Premier League player. Reeves will go at right back, and Watts can come off for Latham. We are going to have to get rid of a few Deadwood players that just aren't going to be good enough for the Premier League. Hopefully, we should have a choice of a lot of players this summer. You'd think a lot of players from the Championship would fancy a Charlton with the equaliser there. Fair play. Decent goal from Jack Clark with his 18th of the season. He might be worth scouting as well if he's getting 18 goals for a side who are almost being relegated, which is pretty good. As I was saying, though, I reckon we should be spoilt for choice, I think, this summer with players from a Championship who want to play in the Premier League. Hopefully, at least. That's my thinking. Charlton maybe with another chance now. If they look to come forward once again, actually. Looking pretty good as they come forward in the middle of the park. We are sat quite deep. No one really challenging in particular. Clark on the ball, though. Plays out wide. Rendell collects the ball and it's back to McClement now, who couldn't keep a clean sheet against Charlton today, but did manage to do it. I mean, we didn't manage to do it against Newcastle. We continued 1 to Newcastle, didn't we? We still won, though, so that doesn't matter either way. Tyrone Fenny on the ball, up towards Rendell. Rendell now into Pomeroy. Go on, Pomeroy. Go and march forward. Get some... Oh, that was nearly a goal, to be fair. That would have been amazing. Apparently, we've already scouted out this Jack Clark lad. He's only 3-star current ability with 4-star potential, so maybe not the player to sign for the future, but that's still a good goal return for him. So half-time comes around then, 1-1. Swansea also drawing 1-1, so even if there is a massive goal swing in the second half for us, and we end up winning at 12-1, Sunderland will still be ahead of us by a point, so it doesn't matter too much. It's exciting, isn't it? I can't believe we've done it. Premier League, Lincoln United, we've done it. I suppose that's chapter 2 of the Lincoln Loco 2 done, I suppose. I suppose chapter 1 you could class as our non-league years. Chapter 2 was the League 2 to the Championship. And now we're in chapter 3, the Premier League years, which is super exciting. So as it stands, Forest are actually winning their games. So even if Charlton go on to win this one now, they're not going to be saved from relegation because the Forest are winning their game. Lincoln already down a long time ago, unfortunately. So Lincoln City not joining us in the Premier League as I hope they might do. But, I mean, what a season. Portsmouth currently just dropping outside of the playoffs now. Leeds have snuck themselves in it. Langley now putting the cross in. Taverny, who could be playing his last game for the club. He scored his 4th goal. This could be Taverny's last game for the club. We still keep getting bids from Montreal Impact, but they're offering 3.4 million, but he's valued at 4. What's he valued at? They're offering 3.4. I think he's valued at 3.9. I think, or 3.8. So we're not quite giving us the money that we want for Theo Taverny. But if they do offer 4 million plus, Taverny's off really. And to be fair, I might just sell him anyway, because I think we will get better centre-backs in next season. But he is good. He's proven himself to be very good. Charlton's goal has been disallowed there, which is a great shame for Charlton. But good for us at least, because we do extend our points total up to 90 points, which is the highest points total we have ever had. As Charlton, their corner's not the best, but the rebound was another disallowed goal for Charlton. I'm not quite sure why that one is disallowed, really. Unless it comes off someone here. But yeah, apparently so. There's loads of people there in the offside. Why is that showing a replay for the offside? But that one didn't. That's a bit of a confusing one. That's quite cool, though. So despite a bit of a late scare there with 2 goals for Charlton being disallowed, as the clock ticks down, we've won the final game of the season. We finish on 90 points and we are promoted to the Premier League. What an episode. Right then, I want to zoom forward a little bit to see what happens. I think we should have a new stadium be announced soon. I think we should do. I'm not 100% sure though, which is a bit of a weird one. But we should do, to my understanding at least. I presume it might just come through in a few days' time. I mean, I'll sim forward a few days sort of thing and see what happens. But I feel like we should have a new stadium be announced in the next few days. Right, I'll tell you what. Rendell's valued at £13 million now. If we make an offer, if we just suggest 13 million, they want £52 million for him. You are having a laugh at Brighton and Hove Albion. Let's make a loan offer then. All right. They're looking to give him a chance in the first team. Okay. That's not good for us. We don't want to send the offer no. So Rendell, not looking like he might come back next season. That's a worry. Because that's 23 goals and 8 assists. That's a worry. Pomeroy, he's valued at £12 million. Right. Transfer, make an offer. Suggest they want £62 million for him. Loan offer. They will let him have... Okay, we can get him on loan next season. Okay, we'll make the offer for loan, but can we add optional future fee? Let's say 10 million. I'm happy to pay £10 million for him. Suggest that. No, they're not a fan of this optional future fee. Let's make it 15 million. They're just not a fan of this optional future fee. Okay, well, we will take him on loan for a season next year, paying £5,000 per week for wages. We'll take him on that. Well, let's offer that. Lee Phillip then, he's valued at £1.4 million. Right, we have to try and sign him permanently. Okay, right, suggest 1.4. They'll take 1.4. Okay, Lee Phillip, I think we're going to have him permanently next season. We probably could have taken the price down actually from 1.4. Can we cancel this? Right, back to Lee Phillip. Transfer, make an offer. Let's take this down to 700k. I mean, that's unacceptable. 700k, 900k. Oh, they're not going to. Okay, let's offer £1 million for him and see what happens. But we know we can get him for 1.4 at least, which is really, really good. So we might not have Rendell next season. Pomeroy looks like he's going to be back on loan. And actually, Lee Phillip could be permanent. Oh, this is really good for us as well, actually. Lee Phillip could be the first player to be trained at the club as a youngster, because he's obviously so young. He's only 21 years old, but he's been here for a few seasons now. As it stands at the moment, if he stays here until the 28th of the 6th, 2033, he will be trained at the club, so count as a youngster, the same as Jason Rendell. So we need to keep Jason Rendell somehow. I would love to have him at the club still, Rendell. That's quite big, because they'll be the first 2 players to be trained at the club as youngsters since Lee Masters, and that is ridiculous. So Brighton finished 16th in the Premier League actually this season, so actually they've only just about avoided relegation, which is I suppose why they're going to give him a chance next season, Rendell. It makes sense. United though have rejected £1 million for Lee Phillip. Let's just go for 1.4, shall we? Why is that unacceptable? What? Oh my god, have I ruined things with let's offer 2 million. I've paid £2 million for him. Have I just ruined? I'll have to look back at this when I'm editing. I swear they accepted 1.4, didn't they? Okay, Pomeroy is coming back on loan next season. Fantastic. We'll accept that. He's back on loan next season. You love to see it. Hopefully he'll have another successful season for us. Brilliant. That is a massive signing. That is really good. Oh, Man United have accepted £2 million for Lee Phillip. Okay, I'm happy to pay £2 million for him. It's £600,000 more than I thought we might have actually paid for him, but we'll do it. He wants 22k per week as a key player. Let's make him first team, all right. Let's take this down to about 15k per week. That's fine by me, 15k. Seasonal landmark of 20 goals, an extra 60k. That's fine. Let's actually take it up to 100k. That might mitigate a few things. Take it up to 100k. That might make things a little easier for us. Sell on percentage fee of 10%, remove and exclude. Unused substitute fee, remove and exclude. Appearance fee, 3.5. Goal bonus, 2.6. Suggest those terms. Right. He wants 20k, 17k, first team, 3.7, 2.7. Suggest those. He wants to be a key player. Okay, we'll leave it as key player. Wage down to 17.5. Appearance fee down to 3.5. Goal bonus. What was the previous offer? No, previous was 3.7 and 2.7. Let's make it 3.5 and 2.7. And he accepts that. Okay. Lee Phillip is coming on loan. He's coming permanently next season for £2 million, which is a steal considering how good Lee Phillip has actually been for us. In the past 2 seasons for us, he scored, 38 goals in league competitions, which is really, really good. That's just in the league as well. So we've got a goal scorer, 1 in Pomeroy, 1 in Lee Phillip. If we can get Rendell, that's the triple threat, and we'll do very well in the Premier League next season. And by that, I mean avoid relegation, I reckon. I'll tell you what, I've never done this before, but because I'm on holiday, right, as you're watching this, I'm on holiday. This will come out on a Thursday then, won't it? A Thursday. I think tomorrow we'll bring out another F1 video. We'll do that. Let's say Monday the new season will start, but I think we're going to do it as a transfer special, I think. So we're right now at the end of the end of a season, as you can see, because we're going on holiday and stuff like that now. I think what we're going to do, we'll do a transfer special for episode 1. So Monday is going to be a transfer special. Tuesday, we will jump into the Premier League season. I think that's what we're going to do for it. I think. It sort of depends how things are going to work out, but as it stands at the moment, in my head, doing this all before I go on holiday, so it's just a big preparation task for me, I suppose. But Monday, I think we'll do a transfer special episode for the Premier League. So the end of season team meeting then, all we have to say to them, we've done brilliantly to go up, but we all know we're in for a tough season ahead. I want you to know that we're bringing some new faces in to help us fight as hard as possible against relegation. They all loved that. I thought they would do, to be fair. That's exactly the sort of reaction I was looking for. Good morale from the players going into summer, and pre-season is going to last 5 weeks, which is fine by me. 5 weeks pre-season. That's it. Season done. Promoted to the Premier League. What an episode. So I'll see you next time for a transfer special, which should be quite exciting. I'll work out how we're going to do that, but it should be good fun, that one. We've never done that one before. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Thank you for watching this season, and thank you for joining us on the Lincoln Loco journey. We're now in the Premier League. I mean, that is ridiculous. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like on the video for it, and I will see you next time for some more Lincoln Loco action.